Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with the flip through a deck of cards that I made. I compiled photos, artwork, and I've done a flip through of this deck before, and this is my last version of it. So I've made a few edits here. And so you can see I decided to change the color of the font into more of a brighter color, and I added a little scrolly thing. And then in the back, I changed the wording to fit the back a little bit better, since it was just kind of almost hanging off the edges here. You can see on the sides, the edges were a little bit falling off. Now this one is my deluxe deck that's a foil deck, so the cards are shiny, and they have this sort of shimmer in the light. In different lighting they look different, just depending on. Sometimes it looks like really neat, and other times it just looks a little bit, glossy, shiny. So one of the mistakes that I made in the first deck that I made, was that I had, this wasn't like an actual, wasn't really a mistake that I kind of thought of as a mistake. I just had a certain amount of images, and so I had to choose like the 80 card deck, or not 80, it was 90, I guess, 90 card deck, but I had less than 90 images. And so I had all these blank cards that came with it, with the backing, but then the cards were blank, which is fine. I was like, I could just use them for whatever else I want to use them for. But I realized, I paid for it. I paid for those, I paid for those cards, and I paid for a chance to have images on them. So I decided to make some extra cards in the new edition. So the new edition is pretty much the same foil thing, but there's a few differences here. So one of the differences I noticed that the death card. Alright, so I don't know if anyone else noticed, but this was the card deck that I was using, and I forgot to add the 3 ones to make it a 13, the death card. So, those of you who really were paying attention, you would have noticed it, and if you noticed it, you were kind enough not to mention, because nobody mentioned it. But, yeah, so I just used it and pretended like, you didn't notice. Another thing I noticed is that the backing on these are a little bit dark, and so I picked a little bit brighter. I don't know how much brighter that is, but it seems a little bit brighter. And I went ahead and put a monogram, ER, Enchanted Romance. Now, I'm not sure I like the monogram so much, but that's okay. I don't think I did the monogram on the deck that I'm going to sell anyway, but for this deluxe deck, I decided to do that. Alright, so let me show you the extra cards that I made. Okay, so in addition to the extra cards that I made on the first version of this deluxe deck, I made this devil card, it was a combination of different people's artwork, and I added clouds and kind of made it like this woman was already in this picture, but she wasn't originally in this picture. So this picture itself could have been free, but I feel like, yeah, so that's why this is deluxe version for me and not one that I will share or sell. And here's another card that I really thought was beautiful. But, yeah, this is just for me, for my personal use. And this one also very beautiful that I just used just for me, for my personal use. And also this one I use for my personal use too, because it was significant. I needed a little, a little bit more, something more masculine, a little bit more rugged as far as male characters go. And so with those 7 extra cards that I had, that had like no picture on it, I decided to go ahead and get pictures put on it. And so one I called the first kiss. So this will be number 24, the first kiss, which is perfect. 24 is a love number. I have an extra Hierophant, and I thought, the one that I had was ideal because it showed a teacher and student, and I thought that was what what I wanted to portray. But this one, it looks more like, a priest, and also he's very handsome, and I like identifying with, the type of people that we're interested in. Not a lot of you might not identify so much with these kind of older figures, or we want to have a variety. Some wise people can be young looking, I'm saying, and vice versa. So, and then this 6 of Pentacles, I just love this so much, and I felt like I kept thinking this is the one I really want to use, but I love the other one too. So I'm going to have 2 types of 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to have the girl version. Well, I'll show you the other one. So this is going to be in both decks, this one, the 6 of Pentacles. And so this is, a very classic image of the woman feeding the sheep. And but I feel like this one also portrayed this similar feeling of charity, of helping, and this new deluxe deck has I incorporated more children because I felt like we needed more children. And I guess we were going through the phase of people asking about pregnancy and children, what's my birth order and things like that. And I'm like, I need cards that represent children more, and I didn't really have very many. And so that's what kind of motivated me to add this one. And then I had the young, handsome Hierophant. And so here are alternate pages. So we have this blue boy for the Page of Cups, this girl for Page of Pentacles, this boy for the Page of Swords, this beautiful little redhead girl for Page of Wands, and that's it. And so those are the additions to my deluxe cards that I will be using. Now this deluxe version doesn't have any flaws in it really that I can see. And soon I will have the basic edition coming out. It's being sent to me, and I will do a video on the basic version. And if you like the basic version, then you can pre-order it for me, and one of you can receive a deck immediately, and anyone else out there that wants that deck can pre-order it for me, and I'll put you on a list, and then I can make a large order that I can send out to everybody. But I can also send you a link where you might find it, but if you'd rather purchase it through me, then just let me know and we can do a pre-order. But anyway, this deck right here, but this, like I said, this deck right here, the deluxe deck, so far is just going to be for me. Unless you're interested, and then I can see what I can do about making a foil version for you guys. But, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit sad because this foil version original deck that had some flaws in it, I'll have to shelve now, and it's been twice moon blessed, and it's had a lot of blessings. But I'm ready to bless my new deck and move forward with sales and such, and so I'm looking forward to that. And you guys email me and let me know if you're interested, and below I will have my email address in the description box if you are interested in these decks. All right, well, and yeah, stay tuned for the unveiling of the basic edition, because that should be coming up in the next few days. All right, well, faith, trust, and pixie dust.